Okay, let's move on. We've done a 72 count case. We're going to move on to a 48 count case. We have 3 of them. We're going to open this one now, and then we move on to, I think, 3 or 4 of the 36 count cases from these Matchbox, these older Matchbox cases. What you're looking at is what I see too. It says 997C, 48 pieces, made in Thailand. I don't know what year. I'm assuming this is much, my guess is it's going to be around a 2008 to 2012 case. I could be wrong on that. It's not going to be nearly as old as that 2001 case, but we might as well get right to it, see what's inside. Again, 48 count, kind of tall. I don't know what we're going to look for. So, I'm going to open this, probably turn it down a little bit. I think we're looking at a 2009 case. Okay, so let's go like this. I'm going to try and put this in focus. The thing about the 2001 case that I didn't know too much about it, other than there was a lot of models in there I liked. This case, I think I'm going to know a little bit more. So let's go ahead and just get started. Alright, sorry for the pause. I want to make sure that these models are actually in focus. And I know in the last videos, as I'm trying to figure out focus and things, sometimes it adjusts way too much, gives you a headache. Made me a little crazy too, so trying to make sure that this is cool. So, 2008 garbage truck. Now let's look at it. Looking on the back, okay, this is a 2008 case. Just making sure there's anything, any other indicator. It says 2008 on the back, right up there towards the top, 2008. This is the 08 garbage truck. This is the convoy wheel. I don't remember if there's a name on it or an official name for it, but that wheel is a cool wheel. It was used on the convoy series until the convoy series was taken away, and then it vanished. So I don't remember if this is a recolor or if it was if this is an earlier case in the year. Dodge Viper, GTSR. Let's go 3 again. Let's just walk through it pretty quickly. Another one of the garbage trucks. 2 of one of the models that I like a lot, the Scraper. This one debuted, I think, the year before. That came in a rare variation with the white Adlar Scraper. I think I talked about that in the Michael Geralda video. Smart car. Notice you've had a realistic garbage truck, you've had a realistic Scraper, you've had a Dodge Viper, and they just keep coming. Mercedes-Benz CLS 500. That debuted in 2006. And it was in several five packs as well. Jag XK. In dark blue. Yeah, they just keep coming. This is what we hope Matchbox cases will be like when you open them here in the future. Pontiac GTO 1970. Another one. The Bentley Continental GT. In brown, and then the gold Range Rover Sport. Again, this case came from, originally it was with Milezone, then it went to Wheel Collectors. This is just, I mean, it just keeps coming. We'll go with 2 of them. Ford Mustang, Ford Shelby GT500, Convertible. I believe this might be a recolors on this one. I think it debuted in red. This may be the second color on that one. Again, when you don't know what you're opening, then it becomes hard to do your research ahead of time. So maybe if I do a blog report, a photo report, I can do this. Cadillac Sedan DeVille. That green version right now has been really popular. It's going to be in the Best Of series coming out soon. That's one of the earlier versions as well. Karmann Ghia, this was the debut of the Karmann Ghia Type 14 convertible. In light blue, Corey King. Again, not a licensed model, but realistic looking. And I think you have to expect that the more than 50% of the models in the Matchbox line are going to be Matchbox originals, but that's the case with Hot Wheels as well, just as long as the Matchbox versions are realistic looking. Okay, a casting I really like. This is also a debut, the Dodge Challenger SRT8 in orange. Iconic color. If you read the blog, you know there's that green version that I was looking for and I finally found. Volkswagen 4x4. Mazda 2, I hope we see this model again very soon. We haven't seen it in a while. And then David Tilley's favorite model, the Pierce Dash fire truck, fire engine. And I believe this was also a recolor. Okay, that's the first, that's the top of it. So that's how they do them. They do them in 24s. So pull this out. Let's get to the, let's pull these forward. And you just see a lot more realistic cars. Well, maybe not this one. The Off-Road Rider, probably a model that we can see maybe get retired. Chevy Silverado. I think that would be about a mid-2000 model. We've had several Silverados, including the brand new one that came out last year, which I really like. '08 Honda Civic Type R. I think this is also a recolor. I think it started in red. Well, it sounds like they like to put the more licensed ones on top, get you all excited when you open the case. Another Off-Road Rider. I don't know if we'll see this model again. I don't know. We haven't seen it in a while. Land Rover Discovery, there was talk of a new version of this one. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But we do have the Evoque coming very soon. Move this back just a little bit. And then the 2006 Dune Buggy. Okay, Volkswagen Type 181. I think this is my favorite version in the light blue. 72 Ford Bronco. We're going to do a post about this one very soon. I think this is, I'll just mention it, that tow hook is one of my least favorite things about the Matchbox from this era. That's such a great casting, but that tow hook is a disaster. Always has been, and I hope one day it goes away. Dodge Charger. I think this is the Hummelstown police version. This started as just a civilian car, and then they started putting a police livery on it, and then they retired it. I assume it's retired for the 2000, was it 13 or 14 version of the Dodge Charger that has the police bar on it. Dump truck and the tractor plow. Chevy van. I like it in that livery. More of that utility look, by the way. Rear tampos as well. The Guzzler, another unlicensed model but very realistic looking. And of course the Austin minivan. When you're out on your local peg soon, you're going to see the Hot Wheels version of this. It is almost identical with a couple of changes, a couple of differences. And considering it's red with a simple, very British type livery, there's your inspiration. International pumper. Power lift. Metal on metal, and then another one of the vans. Okay, so we're starting to see some repeats. Another international pumper and another Corey King. But here is the Ford Transit. If I remember correctly, there was a variation on this one. The word visitor came in red and in pink. That might be the pink version, but I have nothing to compare it to, so. And last, another scraper. And one of my favorites, the Lotus Europa. I've said this about this casting, it kind of went unappreciated, kind of hung on the pegs for a while. Future versions did the same thing, but I think this one's going to have a bit of a renaissance because it is just so cool. Always nicely detailed. Anyway, I mean, that's just a cool model. But that's a Matchbox case. 2008. I don't think there's any one cartoony vehicle in there. Maybe the off-road rider a little bit. But other than that, total realism. Great case. That was the heyday, as I call the last golden era of Matchbox. That's the 997C. So we've got I'm looking back behind her, I've got a 997B and a 999J to open as well. They might be exactly the same, they might be different. We'll get to those real soon. Thanks guys, talk to you later.